What's up? What's up, girl? What it do? Hey, someone here?
What?
I think someone's here, man. Yeah, someone is on. What's up? What it do? It says someone's on. That's tight. Yo, man, ask me a question. I don't know. I don't know how this shit works. John Tate. Hey, looks. Hey, what it do, man? What it do? What it do? You got any questions? Like any topic you want me to talk about? What's up, John? Like, where you at? You a developer? You working on something? You learning something? Yo, that's tight. That's tight. Yeah, let me grab my phone. Just write something, man. I'll talk about it. I'm on Livestream on YouTube. Just starting out. You mentioned in your 200K video that you spent the first year. So I spent like the last quarter of 2014 just doing like goofy ass shit because I didn't understand, man. I was trying to learn, like, I was learning the wrong way, I think, for about a whole quarter. Straight up, all of 2015, it was all just learning. And I didn't get my first gig in 2016 until maybe early summer. So what resources did I use? So in the beginning, I used Treehouse. I mean, you can't go wrong with, like, what is it? $15, $20 a month. That was definitely good, but I don't think Treehouse is all that great. It has a website and all that isn't all that. You should definitely look into Udemy, right? Udemy, I definitely use a lot of Udemy. Udemy for iOS, Ray Wenderlich is definitely a big one. That's definitely useful. You really just got to go out there, man. You just really got to go out there and try different things. So many things. There's really no one resource. I think in the beginning of the coding game, it's definitely a matter of exposing yourself to as much as you possibly can. Well, what have you started working with? Like, what are you doing right now? Yeah, definitely. iOS and Android is the key. I can't downplay chemical engineering. That's definitely some heavy shit. But if you don't have any passion there, and you should definitely do something else. I mean, I never thought I was gonna be a software developer, but I know that what I used to do, it either leads to death or jail. So there you go. I mean, you know, if you got an Android phone, it's definitely cool to pick up Android because that's the environment you're used to. But if you're an iPhone user, I don't think it hurts to do iPhone. I definitely do think iOS is easier than Android from someone who is not a software developer. Hard to make lots of money outside of tech. Manufacturing anything is hard. Yeah, definitely. I think software is definitely something where you don't need people to back you to get started doing something. So, I mean, who knows? Maybe if you do some software development, you could learn some processes that could be improved in chemical engineering. And if you create the tool to provide that, boom, there you go. I mean, I'm trying to bring the streets into tech. So that's my plan. I think I have a perspective that a lot of these dork dark dudes in Silicon Valley never even thought of. So I really, okay, John, it's just basically this, man. If you're going to do this software engineering shit, it's not a matter of you going to a boot camp. It's a matter of you doing like 8 hours a day. And if I think on how I started, I don't think that I needed to take a whole year of studying. I think that was a matter of me taking that long because I wasn't confident in my abilities. But if I really just put myself out there and even took a lower paying job, because I waited for my first job, and my first job was $37 an hour. I'm pretty sure I definitely could have got an internship. I pretty much definitely could have got paid $20 an hour. So yeah, once I took that first gig, had something on my resume, it really just opened the door. Because I don't know if you remember the numbers. It's like I started at 37, then I moved to 40, and boom, once I went to 40 at a reputable company, that just really opened doors. After 40 was 65, and after 65 was 85. I really do appreciate you coming through, John. I'm just glad I'm able to share some game with whoever's listening. How much help did I get? So I never got taught in person. I never even like, even when I do Udemy courses, I don't really ask questions and expect people to help me out. It seems much of working from a company. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I do think when you do work with people, hey, if you got the opportunity to work with someone who's better at this than you are, by all means, go do it, man. Because hey, when I went from my $37 gig to a $40 gig, I was in a real company. I was in a real company with some real super geek people, and I mentioned in some of my videos, some of these geek people, they don't really have social skills, but there's ones with social skills, and they are freaking amazing. And the amount that you're able to learn from another person, it gives you a leg up, man. So if you do know someone who knows this shit and is willing to give you time, that's what I'm doing, man. I'm willing to help people out. So if you have a line to be able to talk to people, shit, man, go do it. Definitely. But I think there is a line that where some people if you want to learn this shit, you can't expect people to do the work for you. So don't ask questions for everything. You have to have questions where you spent enough time to learn this shit, and if you come across a roadblock and you've tried every single thing that you could possibly think of to fix it, but it doesn't work, then you can ask for help. Don't be one of those people like on Stack Overflow asking how to change colors, how to make the size bigger, how to do this, that. You have to start learning shit on your own, because once you learn something, it's yours. It's yours forever. I started watching all of this Pimp and Swift. Yo, man. Yeah, man. I think my Pimp and Swift course is fucking, it has everything. It has everything you need to know, especially starting out in Swift. Oh, big Nerd Ranch, definitely. That is definitely a great resource. Ha ha! I appreciate you saying that. My videos make sense. That was my intention, brother. That was my intention. That was my intention. So yeah, you got to learn Swift. You got to learn the language. You got to be able to do what it is, especially in the code. But once you know how to write like a variable, do if-else statements, you should definitely give the Big Nerd Ranch iOS development book a run, because that is some real deal heavy shit. And like I say in my Pimpin' Swift iOS Hustler course, it's you got to do it over and over. Like, you got to do it over and over and over. I swear to God, like when I did table views, I probably built 12 table view projects, just the same thing over and over and over. I did it to a point where it's like, when I did learn it from the book, I would write detailed instructions of how I created it. And then after that point, it's I would just completely try to do it from memory. When I forgot exactly what I need to do, then I would look back into the notes. I would look back into the old projects, get what I needed, and run with it. Once I finished, then I would do it again. Whenever I ran into a roadblock, I would look at my notes, look at the old project. But I did that until I didn't need to look at my notes anymore. And once I got to that point, I'm telling you, it's money, man. It's money. Like, if you never wrote code before, it's gonna feel very foreign to you. Like, you're not gonna get what you're doing. You're like, what the hell am I writing? What the hell am I saying? Right? But once you get it, it's like learning a new language, man. When I try to speak to my wife, there's a lot of things that I try to learn to say in her native language. I say that shit wrong all the time. But who knows? Maybe in 5 years, 10 years, it'll be all good, man. But hey, yeah, that's good. You got to watch Pimpin' Swift, then watch iOS Hustler. And then once you watch iOS Hustler, work on the Big Nerd Ranch book. Big Nerd Ranch is one of the top development books out there. So it's worth it. Oh man, had to bring out some music. Yeah. All right. So the new question is, for Android, would you say Kotlin is the way to go, or is there still value for learning Java? Well, you don't do Python in Android, but if for someone who has not developed and done software developing, definitely you probably want to go with Kotlin, because it's very similar to Swift. And Swift and Kotlin are like the new modern languages, so it's easier. It's easy. It's the easiest for someone who's not done code to pick up code. But you just still got to know that a lot of projects in Android are in Java. Woo! My first live stream. Where you at, John Tate? Where you at in this big blue world? And are you subscribed to my videos? Texas, my boy, yeah. Where in Texas? Nice. It is cheap to live there. Live like a boss on the cheap. Beaumont. I think that's Beaumont is like near Houston. Am I mistaken? Beaumont, Texas. Ah, no wonder you're in chemical engineering. Whole bunch of chemical plants out in Houston. Am I wrong? Oh, I'm right. All right, that's cool. Damn, close to Louisiana, man. Word. I miss me some boudin. You know about boudin? I love me boudin. Boudin. Hell yeah, hell yeah. You know what's up. You know what's up. Yeah, so John, man, it's just a matter of like you gotta set yourself goals, man. I took a year. I took a year to pretty much learn all that I needed to do. But hey, if you got a timeline, you want a new gig, no lie. I think if you're gonna work on code like a 9-to-5 job, do 8 hours a day, Monday through Friday, definitely you can probably get an internship in 3 months, and you could probably get an entry-level gig in 4 to 6 months. No doubt. Woo! Boudin and some Louisiana Pete hot or Texas Pete hot sauce, man. Hell yeah. Boudin. Yeah, new beats. Oh man, since you're freaking next to Houston, let's see if I got this. Hell yeah. How did I find the time to record the courses? Shit. It's called hustling, brother. Hustling. Sleepless nights, sleepless days. So the videos I made, it's like I got to a point on iOS hustle. I mean, I couldn't work on videos pretty much this whole week. So this week was kind of cold. I'm like a little upset at that, but just couldn't find the time. And when it comes to making more videos on iOS hustle, I think I'm just gonna wait a little bit. Cause like I don't know if you saw the iOS hustle course, but I'm pretty much basing it off of Dev Mountain's bootcamp, and I pretty much finished the what do you call it? The first week, and the topics. Let's see what the topics consist of. Yeah, so I went through using documentation, view controllers, navigation controllers, tab controllers, storyboards, table views. But table views, that's definitely the biggest thing. So if you want to go through the first week of boot camp, what is that? So there's only 6 weeks of boot camp at Dev Mountain. So basically I put $2,000 worth of courses on iOS Hustler. So yeah, bro. If you're trying to do the software shit, do that. And if you comment on the last video for iOS Hustler, which is I think the topic of source control or NS user defaults, just mention that. Write a comment saying, "Hey, I'm up to here, and I could I could do table views just straight off the top of the dome." I'll start creating more courses. I mean, the next topics, which is intermediate table view controllers, alert controllers, database design. Yeah, ain't no need for me to create that until some people are already on deck. Until then, I'm just gonna be making game videos. You dig? Talking about what it do in this field. You're yeah. Just gotta find a new song, man. I gotta get in my element. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. All right. So what does it do? It seems like some people just do boot camps. They believe people running them got connections. Without the connections, you would say shipping an app on the iStore and LinkedIn are the best ways to get out there. Yeah, man. I do not. I think if you want to do a boot camp and just for the connections alone, why spend $12,000 when you could just pay Udemy? I think not Udemy, but Udacity. Udacity on certain nano degree programs. They it's like I think if you pay them the 6 months of tuition, if you finish in 6 months, they'll make sure you get placed at a job. I think that's the best connection. Ain't no one gonna connect you better than a Google company. So Udacity is definitely the way to go, in my opinion, if that's what you want to do. But at the end of the day, I don't think these boot camps have better connections to jobs than Indeed.com. I mean, you just go to Indeed.com, Stack Overflow, Jobs, LinkedIn, and you'll find your gigs, man. But yeah, just let me just ask you, man, is you think a boot camp is gonna hustle harder than you're gonna hustle to get a gig, like that's bullshit, man. Who really believes that life is like that? I know the answer. Some broke motherfuckers. That's who. And definitely, I do not back off from my statement of saying that people go to boot camps for some babysitting. These people believe that if they go to this boot camp, spend 3 to 4 months of their life there, at the end of it, they're gonna definitely get a job at the end. And I think a lot of those people, they're mistaken. Because if that was so true, there would not be all these companies out there that did run boot camps that are just now gone. I know Iron Yard used to be big in Texas. I know they shut down. They shut down like, oh, I don't know if they're bankrupt, but I know they're gone now in so many places. They had like 30, 40 cities with boot camps. Oops. Oh yeah, man. All those boot camps. When I looked at their websites doing my research, it's like they all say that 90% of their graduates get jobs. That's bullshit. I know several people back from 2015 that went to boot camps, and they're earning the same money they earned back in 2015 they are now. So, I mean, it goes to show you, man. It really ain't about the boot camp. It's all about your hustle. It's all about what you can do. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't go into these companies that I get my money from, and I'm incompetent. Whatever they tell me to build, I build it, and I build it in a way they're like, oh, okay, this guy knows what he's doing. And don't get me wrong about this as well. It's like there's plenty of places that I interviewed at, and I didn't get it. Either not a culture fit, or I don't know, some other reason. Like I said, if a place doesn't like me because I don't got a college degree, then fuck them. Fuck you too. I don't like y'all either. And I don't know. I had a guy on LinkedIn the other day. He contacted me about working for him, and I was like, okay. I mean, and I just told him, I was like, at this company that I'm at, I'm earning this. So if you want to talk about numbers, the only way you're gonna make me leave is you pay me more. And I think there's some companies that are what do you call it? Offended by such frankness. It's like, dude, I'm a mercenary, man. I'm not trying to be your friend. And I honestly, I think that's something that I'm recommending people to take that mentality. But I think I'm just growing to a point where it's like, I'm only going to work there if I'm going to get paid this, and I'm just going to do what I need to do, and I'm going to bounce. So there you go, man. But let me ask you, John, since you want to be a software developer, do you have an idea to work on? Like, do you have a capstone project that you would like to work on? And is this idea that you have something that you could put on the App Store that other people will see and they'll be like, oh, damn, this is pretty nifty. This is pretty valuable. You should definitely have one of those on deck. I don't think you should worry about that too much, especially about, need something marketable. I think if you're trying to build a business, you need something marketable. But it's like, if that's the way you look at it, just take an idea of an app that's kind of trendy, kind of pop in, and just build it yourself. It's like the app that I did is, back in 2015, it was still relatively not all that old, but the app that I built was a Tinder clone. So if you don't have an idea that's marketable, as you say, just build something. Build something that's trending right now. And one thing about mobile apps, it's you might not have a lot of screens, a lot of functionality. It's a matter of making it look good. So just try to copy an app that doesn't have a lot of graphics, just colors. You could easily swipe colors from an app by just screenshotting an app and then doing a color picker and finding out what's up. Yeah, and whatchamacallit, the guy, Let's Build That App, Brian Vung or whatever, he's very, very big on programmatic UI. And I don't recommend it. So you just do UI with storyboards, and you create it on storyboards, interface builder well enough. Places that hire will respect you for it. Yeah, man. Thank you for joining, man. If you're gonna bounce, say peace, and I'm gonna call it a wrap for this week. Just try to make sure you're gonna do some game. Don't get discouraged. Pimpin' Swift, let's get it, boy. Get that paper, John. Do your thing, son. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate it. Woo! That boy's putting in work. Get it, John. Just make sure, man. It's not all about watching. It's about watching and doing it. You got to get your fingers used to typing out var and let, creating constants, working with numbers. Do that shit. Woo! All right, I'm gonna clock out. It's your boy Code Hova, Fly Combinator. Live streams every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern. You dig?